Well, hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Can you guys hear that jackhammer? I swear, as soon as I start making a video, something happens. Whether it's a jackhammer outside or the kids start screaming. Anyway, we're just gonna roll with it. Today, I am doing my first run in the Altra Escalante Racers. These are some shoes that I've been wanting to try for a really long time, and I showed you these shoes on the channel like a couple weeks ago, but I have not worn them yet because I've been trying to put in 100 miles real quick on the Touring Plush, and I'm pretty close. I'm at like 90 miles or something in the Touring Plush. I've also been waiting for a day where my body just feels like really good, like ready to try out some different types of shoes. I've worn the Escalantes a lot, like I'm pretty used to how those feel. The Escalante Racer is something that I've never run in though. The sole is a little bit firmer. The Escalante is pretty like, I don't know, like just like really, really squishy, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes not. And then the upper is super stretchy, and what I've heard from other people that use both is that the Racer is much more firm, like in the upper and in the midsole. So you get a much better feel like on the top, like it's much more like secure on the top, and then the bottom is just a little more stable as well. So really excited to try these out. They're super minimal, so I'm not gonna go out and do like 10 miles. Like I'm shooting for 5. I think my body will be fine with that. So the past couple weeks I've been putting in, like I did like 50 miles and then 40 miles and then 50 miles. And this week hoping to hit about like 50 or 60 again. Just starting to ramp back up, starting to get back into training, and just like really starting to kind of push again. I need to go do something. Like I need to go do some sort of race or long run. Like I don't think I'm gonna try an FKT or something. Like everybody's doing FKTs, but I mean there's a couple around me that I could try, but I mean it sounds kind of fun, but I don't know. Trying to figure out some sort of like race or a long run, or just like try to do like a self-supported like 50, 100 miler or something like that. Probably try like a 50 miler first, just because I think like in my experience the best prep work I've ever done for a 100 miler has included a 50 miler about like 3 weeks to 4 weeks out from the 100 miler, and the hundreds where I didn't do so hot was times where I kind of skipped over that, because there's, you know, running 100 miles is just as much mental as physical, and maybe more so mental. Doing like a 50 miler or something just a couple weeks before really helps my mind like train for the pain that it's about to go through. I don't know, there is a 100 miler in a week that like, I don't know, I'm really getting FOMO right now because a couple of my friends are doing it, and you can still sign up for it, and they just released the COVID precautions, and they seem like they're taking it really, really seriously, and like they might do a good job, and I'm just kind of like just really experiencing FOMO right now. I can't sign up for a 100 miler, right? Not at the last second, like not 1 week out, right? No, I shouldn't. Anyway, let's get going. Let's try these out, and I'll let you guys know what I think. I tried to film my run yesterday. There was going to be a vlog, but then there ended up not being, because when I went out for a run, I took my GoPro without a battery. So that was fun. I carried a GoPro for a whole run, and it wasn't even usable. But I'm going to make sure there's a battery in it this time. So let's go. Okay, so I'm back from my first run with the Altra Escalante Racers, and I have to say, I was pretty impressed by these. Just on my first run, 5 miles, didn't do anything like crazy, didn't really push the pace too much because I wanted to make sure that I protected myself from any sort of like injury or anything, because anytime you change shoes, there is a big potential for something going wrong with your gait or your step or something to where you might just cause a little bit of extra strain in a certain part of your foot or leg or something. So you always want to be careful with the first run or two in a new pair of shoes. But the majority of my runs recently have been in the Ultra Touring Plush 4.5 and the Ultra Provision 4.0. Both of these offer a lot more cushion than this Escalante Racer. Plush offers probably their most cushion that they offer in a road shoe, and the Provision also provides a lot of cushion, though it's more of a stability shoe, so it's a little bit firmer. Also, right out of the box, it's pretty firm and pretty stiff compared to a lot of their other shoes, and definitely compared to the actual Escalante. As you can see here, I still have the Stride Pod clipped on here. I wear the Stride Pod pretty much on all of my road runs, just to get a really good sense of pace, distance, and then also obviously power. All of the metrics that you really want out of a running watch, a lot of them can be really improved by adding a Stride Pod to your setup. So first thoughts of these shoes, the upper was much more comfortable than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like pretty stretchy, kind of like the original Escalantes, but this was, I mean, this did not feel like I was just wearing a knit upper. It felt much more just like a traditional road shoe. Like it was nice and tight and responsive. I didn't feel like my foot was like washing around inside the shoe, and then the sole was really surprisingly nice and stable as well. There's not a whole lot of cushion under here, but that's not why you're buying this shoe. You're buying this shoe to be a really responsive racing shoe, something that you can put some really good fast miles in, provides you with a lot of stability, a lot of really good positive reinforcement with your ground contact, and just a really good feel on the road. But I would say that it's probably not going to be a shoe that you put all of your training miles in, unless you're someone that likes to run barefoot or run in sandals. Most people probably want something with just a little bit more cushion under their foot, a little bit more of a ride, a little bit more forgiving. I plan on using this shoe more for kind of specialty workouts like intervals, something where I'm really like my body is feeling really good and I just want to get out there and feel like I'm fast, because I'm not really that fast. But wearing a shoe like this can help you feel like you're fast. For me, my go-to is still going to be something like a Torin or a Viho even. You know, I throw in the Provision in there when I want just a little bit more stability, throw in the Plush when I want some extra cushion on the roads. If I was still doing Ironman, this is definitely the shoe that I would wear for racing, because it's super breathable. This would be really easy to put on in transition, super fast. Like, you're gonna be able to knock out some fast race miles in this shoe. So I'm really happy with this shoe. After one run, I feel like it's a shoe that I'm really going to enjoy running in quite a bit. It's definitely not going to last as long as some other shoes. There's already some wear here in the corners just after 5 miles, but that's because there's a lot of foam exposed and there's not a whole lot of kind of that heavy rubber. And that's not really the point of the shoe. It's not meant to last you 500 miles. It's meant to race in. It's meant for those speed work days. It's meant for a specialty type of run. Definitely not meant to be your everyday shoe. So for those of you that have multiple shoes in your shoe closet or shelf, this is definitely something that is worth picking up. Also, let me know if you guys run with the Stride Pod, and if you want some more videos on that, I can definitely hook you guys up with that. So this is one of my favorite pieces of gear, honestly. I talk about it in probably almost every video, but one of my favorite pieces of gear that I picked up this year. All right, that's it. As always, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you guys are mentally and physically well. This is obviously just like a crazy time. There's a few races like popping up here and there, but it's we have just pretty much been in this place where we are running for the sake of running. And it's been really good and it's been really hard. So I'm here with you guys. I'm feeling it too. Man, I'm really itching to go race, but we gotta be smart. We gotta do our part. So thank you guys for stopping by. I will see you again soon. Bye.